So, good morning everyone. Now I will be reporting about stochastic theories. Stochastic theories view the effects of biological aging as resulting from random assaults from both an internal and external environment. So, we have four types of this theory. First is the free radicals theory, or gel or error theory, wear and tear theory, and the last one is connective tissue or cross-links theories. So first is the free radical theory. What is free radical theory? Free radicals are chemical species that arise from atoms as single unpaired electrons. Because a free radical molecule is unpaired, it is able to enter reactions with other molecules, especially along membrane and with nucleic acids. Then free radicals causes, first is the extensive cellular damage to DNA, which can cause malignancy and accelerated aging due to oxidative modification of proteins that impact cells' metabolism. Next is lipid oxidation that damages phospholipids in cell membranes, thus affecting membrane permeability. And the last is DNA strands breaks and base modifications that cause gene modulation. So these are the sources for having a free radicals, free radicals causes or kaning factor. First is the tobacco, pesticides, organelle solvents, radiation, and selected medication. Next is this cellular membrane damage causes other chemicals to be blocked from their regularly friendly receptor sites, thus mitigating other processes that may be crucial to cell metabolism. Mitochondrial deterioration due to oxidant causes a significant loss of cell energy and greatly decreased metabolism. According to Amis 2004 and Harman 1994, suggested some strategies to assist in delaying mitochondrial decay, such as decrease calories in order to lower weight, maintain a diet high in nutrients including antioxidants, avoid inflammation. Sa kini siya is, ang example niya katong sa exogenous is the smoking. Kaya smoking, makakause siya og maka-inflame siya sa, for example, sa atong lungs. Then, that's why we avoid the smoking or the other factor of having the free radicals. Next is to minimize accumulation of metals in the body that can trigger free radical reaction. So the free radical theory of aging invokes macromolecular damage caused by oxygen. Again, oxygen, derived free radicals, reactive oxygen species, and reactive nitrogen species. Then this theory proposes the accumulation of oxidative damage causes functional deterioration. And this will lead to accumulation of lipid peroxidation products, suppression of the antioxidative defense system. Then both of these are responsible for redox signaling, or it is the communication center of our cell. So madamage siya. That's why nga naanay mga kining disorder nga mahitabo sa body parts of, or the biological parts of our body. Then this theory also describes that ROS are irrelevant in certain situation. Then ang ROS or the reactive oxygen species are being researched in a variety of diseases such as atherosclerosis, vasospasm, cancers, trauma, stroke, asthma, arthritis, heart attack, dermatitis, retinal damage, hepatitis, and periodontitis. So baon ni siya nga mga diseases ang maapektuhan or tungod aning free radical theory. Then oxidative damage by ROS represents only a subtotal of damage. When it accumulates, it gives rise to accumulation of waste product or the accumulative waste theory. If naanay kaning build up of the kaning free radical ng mga factors, so maka-accumulate na siya or maka-build up na siya og kaning waste product or accumulative waste o gitawag natog accumulative waste theory. So there are ways to slow the damage. First is eating more antioxidant foods and cutting calorie intake. So we have the example. Antioxidants nutrients include vitamin A, C, E, selenium, and carotenoids such as beta-carotene, lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin. Then these are the foods rich in antioxidants: the blueberries, dark chocolate, the antichokes, green tea, spinach, strawberries, the red cabbage, the beans, and the kale. So those are the foods rich in antioxidants nga mo fight against the radical or the free radical nga ma-build up sa ato ang body. So for the continuation of the accumulative waste theory, it proposes that molecule damage by oxidation, byproducts, and damaged mitochondria accumulate in non-dividing cell, causing dysfunction, toxicity, aging, and cell death. Mechanism of waste accumulation that affects cell. First is changes the structural organization of the cell, causing cellular functions and metabolic functions impeded. So accumulation of waste materials within the cell worsen the damage secondary to their toxicity. Then non-dividing cells are more susceptible than the dividing cells because then the non-dividing cells are now having inability not to produce mitosis of our body. Then mechanism for damage repair, the what we call the autophagy, the cellular organelles and protein within the cell broken down and recycled for making new organelles and proteins. Then how to increase autophagy? Intermittent fasting, then doing exercising, certain drugs and supplements. For the next theory is the error theory. Error theory proposes that aging is the result of the accumulation of errors in cellular molecules that occur during translation and transcription of DNA. Error theory that cellular molecules cannot function like usual, then causing cellular breakdowns, deterioration, and eventually death in the host. How error theory occurs? First is the structure of DNA and of DNA is altered as people age. So, sa magkatigulang ang kaning tao, syempre, ang iyahang the structure of DNA niya is kaning like ang iyahang immune or murag mas low na siya, so dili na kayo siya maka function ang iyang some body parts sa dapat nga kung unsay function sa kana nga organ. Then due to alteration, DNA not read correctly results in transcription and translation malfunction. Then results in aging, illness, cancer directly or indirectly. Then these are the genetic therapy technique. First is the gene augmentation therapy. Stops a gene from producing a functioning product. Gene inhibition therapy, to inhibit and interfere the expression of another gene. Then killing of specific cells. The aim is to insert DNA into disease cell that causes the selected cell to die. So we are now in wear and tear theory. Wear and tear theory proposes that the human body wears out due to use and time. Parts of the body such as cell and tissue eventually wear out from the repeated use, thus killing the parts and then the whole body. So these are the causes of wear and tear theory. Exposure to radiation, toxins, and ultraviolet light. The effect of the body's own functioning. Free radical produced during body metabolizes oxygen. And the irreparable of cellular system. The strategies to adapt wear and tear theory. Be aware of stressor and emotional and physical reactions. First is understand more about stress itself. Determine how your body responds to the stress and find solution. And next is lead a healthy and positive lifestyle. Exercise or do physical activity. Eat well. Balance nutritious meals. Avoid nicotine, excessively caffeine, and other stimulants. Then the last one is get enough sleep. So, cross-linking theory. Cross-linking theory is an accumulation of cross-linked proteins damages cells and tissues, slowing down bodily process resulting in aging. So it talks about the proteins, in which certain proteins in human cells interact randomly and produce molecules that get linked in such a way as to make the body stiffer. So these bindings of glucose to protein causes replicative damage or an age-related decline in protein turnover. And this will link to loss of functional proteins and further promoting age-associated pathologies. So these are the examples of this, the wear and tear or the cross-linking theory. First is the cataracts, the stiffening of the eye senses. Then the wrinkles and other related skin changes. That was found because cross-linking protein collagen of their skin. So it talks about the collagen. Atherosclerosis, cross-linking of protein of the wall of the artery. That's why magka-atherosclerosis siya. Then other condition or the hardening of the arteries that increase the risk for heart attack and strokes. Researchers believe that if the concentration of sugar in the blood is high, then more cross-linking occurs. So what you can do or what can you do to prevent the concentration or the high concentration of sugar in your blood? So keep the blood sugar from spiking, then avoid the soda, to avoid too much of soda and foods that is rich in sugar. Then especially juices. because kaning they release sugar into the body quickly. And that's all. Thank you.